All right, shalom, shalom. Make sure that brother stay on that side. They ain't even enough space. Just tell them to kind of work the cameras. Shalom, shalom. We the Hebrew Israelites coming out here day in, day out, prophesy downfall of America, which is modern day Babylon, modern day Egypt, you know, spiritual Egypt, like it says in the scriptures, the uprising of Israel. Why we say Kwam Yasha Allah. Israel consists of so-called Black, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, Cubans, Puerto Ricans, Jamaican, Messian, so-called, we say, all over this planet Earth, man. But the core of us is here in America under this captivity. So, you know, we're going to always and foremost give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Kadash, exalting always the Heavenly Father's name and His Son, Yahweh. He is to be, exists, His Son, Yahweh Shai, He that saves. We're in the time of need and Savior more than ever. We always say, Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba Hashem Kadash, which is in the Holy Spirit, you know. And double honors to the apostle, elders, bishops, great millstone. We're doing a beautiful job with the truth, and salutation to the contrite spirits, men, women, and children out there scattered across the world, the Israelite foreigners, you know. So we're just going to get into various topics, whatever Most High will, and we hope it's edifying, man. So, going to go to that scripture many people are familiar with. I think it's Jeremiah 28. 8, with that scripture, the prophets before have prophesied. Oh, okay. Kingdoms. I thought it was in Jeremiah 28. It ain't popping up?
No, I'll just, it just loaded on mine. It just took a second for it to load up.
Prophets before me, King James.
Yeah, it's Jeremiah 28:8.
All right, Jeremiah 28:8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms of war and of evil and pestilence. That's what the Most High called us to do, His work, to be prophets, you know, to say before what's coming. And a lot of these prophecies had already taken place. You know, the Israelites that would be scattered across the four corners of the world, you know, we're scattered across. The Most High said we are going to captivity. And the nation will not know they tongue, fierce countenance, not, you know, give favor to the young or the old. You know, going into captivity, the uttermost part of the world, you know, Babylon. It shall not be, no man shall bite him, you know. So we're prophesying of evil times, you know, and the most, you know, the America's makeup is made up of so-called good times, like freedom and liberty, you know. So when we teach about those things, they call us the bad guys, the bearer of bad news, so to speak, you know. But, you know, Russia's going to be the bearer of bad news when they send the nukes over here. So, you know, that's what we prophesy. And the Most High said He speaks to His prophets since the beginning of the world, man. All our captivities, Most High said, are prophets. That's why we have high holy days, because prophets was out there teaching what do you call it, the wall of Jericho that came down. You know, just like America, we spiritually chanting America down, man, with His word. So that's why the Most High deal with His word first. He said, in the beginning was the word was God, and Word became flesh and dwelt among. This is what Most High has he deals with. So we got spiritual swords, the spiritual word, and then it's gonna become manifest physically. You know, got something.
Just going in like you were saying, Russia's going to be sending them missiles over here, and we know that you got particular camps outside of GMS that's talking a lot about saying that Russia is going to come back. They're going to come back, and some Russia going to try to come back after Yahushua take over these kingdoms, but that's not going to happen, man. And we in that time where this draft is finna happen, man. So if you serving Yahushua, you shouldn't have to worry about that. But these people out here who not serving the Lord, these men who just doing whatever they want to do, Lord gonna see you in that draft. You're gonna fight for Esau. So this is Joel chapter 2, verse 20. And it reads, "But I will remove far off from you the northern army." That's talking about that draft. They're gonna get sent over there to the Middle East, and will drive him into a land barren and desolate. That's talking about Saudi Arabia, over there in the Middle East. With his face toward the East Sea, which is the Persian Gulf, right? Persian Gulf, and his hinder part towards the utmost sea, which is the Red Sea. And his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he have done great things. So it's going to be a great slaughter in that land.
Going into Jehoshaphat, Yahweh Shaphat, that means Yahweh judges. Like America is just playing a part of the harlot. She plays a great part right now. But when America's destroyed, Most High ain't gonna be worrying about America no more. It's gonna be desolate. None shall remain here. So it's really we're gonna be coming to go get those ones that calling themselves us, and all those Edomites over there on the other side. So right now we're here because we're standing on the same soil where we're prophesying that this place is going down. We can get into the harlot of the rise up on the beast a little bit. This is a harlot, and if you look up harlot right quick.
Harlot definition, it says a prostitute.
Yeah.
Means basically going back to when you go back to when back then, a little bit back to what kind of means is a vagabond, a beggar, a lecherous man or woman.
Yeah, that's what the America does. They beg for your money, whether you're paying bills or rent, gas, tickets. Everybody's calling you at the same time wanting that money, man.
Promiscuous women. Says thieves, cutthroat.
Yeah.
Cutthroats. Adulterers, unfaithful.
Yeah. In America, she influenced. Just look at Kamala Harris. She got Meg Thee Stallion to twerk at a campaign or whatever, man. That's the American. That's the America's the harlot. Women come over here to be harlots, man. You had the slut walk. You have this all out. Our women that following this harlot, and they become harlots. So this is the harlot that rides up on the beast. Beast is NATO, EU, man. And Most High got Russia separate from the beast for a reason. That it's just chess pieces. They're not a part of NATO, but they're gonna have they build in the bricks. So it's a whole different operation. It's a whole army of operations the Most High is setting up. And then it says in the harlot, there's a deep ditch. This is the rabbit hole. This is a deep ditch right here in America.
Gone. He's coming. Yes, sir. I just put Revelation 13. We were talking about it wanted after the beat, but you said it's where they come from. Yeah, do that.
Let me get this first. It says, and after these things, Revelation 18:1, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great has fallen, it has fallen, and become habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and cage of every unclean and hateful bird. You know, that's what this place is going to be, a desolation. Ain't nothing but creepy crawling things. You know, I think it says something like the owl shall lay their nest there, or the crow, or something like that. Like, you know,
so the satyr shall dance here.
Yeah, you know, it's gonna be laid flat, desolate. Man. And a lot of this stuff is AI anyway, so it don't matter anyway. You know, Most High is gonna. It's not a place gonna be remodeled or a makeover. Most High is done with America, man. So, you know, it says. It says, for all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, man. You know, and that's what she do. She spill out. Wine is, another word for philosophies, or, you know, and all the things that America deals with, the blasphemous things they teach in their education and all that.
Just like you were saying earlier, this place is like the other philosophies is known as strange women.
Yeah,
you know. That's what this place is, just strange women.
Yeah, and that's why Most High talks about thy lovers, Israel. You know, they should not help thee. You know, our people are in the bed with these nations, and they learn their religion, they join their religion, you know, and it's corrupting their minds and their spirits, man.
Inside of that, if they don't decide to go into a religion, they worshiping the money.
Yeah,
they just chasing the bag all day.
Yeah, and that's a God into this world. There's God in this world. And the love of it is a root of all evil. It says, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchant of the earth has waxed rich through abundance of delicacy. That's why America keeps up with this, you know, congressional thing with these other nations. When they go to war, they talk about, when it's high war, they talk about negotiations. You know, they still sit at the table with these leaders of these nations, you know, and then America be lying to them. That's why these nations are mad at it in the first, you know, one of the reasons why the nations are mad, like, damn, you lied to us and shit. They be making bogus contracts and shit. Hey, you know that by how they dealt with the Native Americans, man. You know, we'll be, you know, commit to more energy and solar power, and we're gonna build, and we got this new world order, and you know, everybody could be a part of it and all that. But the elites are looking from afar and saying, you know what, damn, everybody hate this whore. They're gonna send missiles over to this whore. We don't want to be a part of it. You know? Or they don't want to be here when it happens. You know? So they got a bird's eye view of this place, eagle's eye view of this place, satellites and all that, watching America, how it's run, what they doing, who they talking with, negotiations. During the time of World War II, they had Cold Purple and all that, and the Enigma machine, the communication in war. They want to know who other nations are dealing with, talking with. And what did it say in the Obadiah? The ones that be at peace with you is going to make war with you.
Yeah, deceive you. Obadiah 1:7. Yeah, they're going to deceive you. Ain't going to even see it coming.
Yeah. Because, hey, the Most High, he says, deceiver and deceiver is his. And he got America in a handbag and a trick bag. He giving all America this great beauty on the outside, inward, like like, you know, dead bones, man. Well, it says the earth of the it says, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies, because she got an import-export system where these nations come in and bring food. All the food in America comes from outside sources. You know, the trucking system. Like, America don't have really nothing left. Like, You know, nothing to really offer these nations but labor and a shot at the new world order and shit that everybody kind of want to be a part of if it works.
And entertainment.
Yeah, and entertainment, you know, and that's us basically. We the kind of like we the excitement and entertainment why people want to come to America in the first place. You know? We the one that made Rome great, man. You know, the Roman Empire and all that. We make these places. Joseph made Egypt great. You know, that's probably why Jake talk about Egypt today and don't even know it, man. And Moses, you know, and the Israelites, man. We make everything great, man. You know, it says, and I heard another Habakkuk 2:5. See what that says.
So Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5, and it reads, Yea, also because he transgresses by wine.
He transgresses by wine, man. Like we said, his philosophies, you know, making people drunk. You know, our people are drunk on his shit, drunk on education, drunk on the church, the Christianity, drunk on Muslim religion. That's a coexisting religion here in America.
That Babylon juice.
That Babylon juice, Mormonism. Oh, they got something called coexist right here in America. They ain't gonna use Christianity as market beast because they trying to coexist these religions. At the same time, use that as to dominate the forces of these religions. Religion means to hold back, you know. Go ahead.
He is a proud man.
He is a proud man, you know. The eagle, using the eagle as a symbol of pride, the banners of his flag, you know, the show of his companies, the advertisement of his New World Order, man, in a subliminal way. Jake don't know it, but if he laid the cards on the table, Jake would be like, damn, this shit is crazy. They got the Georgia Guidestones, they got Ghetto Project, they got, you know, all these projects. If you go into the history, they got many projects, man. You know, they constantly working on projects and plans and all that. All the Outer Limits is based on them microchipping motherfuckers, you know, and controlling people.
Yep.
And trying to go through different dimensions and trying to play with the Most High Spirit.
Trying to transfer consciousness.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're trying to do to escape the Lord. They're trying to go digital.
Yeah. What did it say? I think, who was it that said Rockefeller, I think? He said he trying to put the soul into a chip. Your actual soul being into a microchip. It's crazy as hell, man.
These bastards ain't trying to do anything.
Yeah. Most High said there's celestial beings and terrestrial beings. There ain't no fucking computer dynamic working with the electrical components and wire systems and shit
to transfer a soul. It just don't work like that.
You think we gonna be in the kingdom with light poles and shit and cable systems all over across the world and shit?
Yeah.
Look, every time, when it happens, a storm and shit, the cable stuff knocked down and people get electrocuted and shit. These is not supposed to be up there, man.
They got them stinky ass junkyards and shit where all the trash go. We don't have to be worried about all that.
Man. The 5G towers and all that. The cell phones. Jay can't even imagine what it was like without a cell phone back then. They be like, what did y'all do? Like we was cave people back then. Shit, we played. We visited people. We talked to people and shit, man. You know, face to face. We gathered together and had, you know, cookouts or whatever, like Jake used to. Like, what do we do, man? Go ahead.
Talk about the prophecies. Well, you know, sometimes when we had them.
Yeah.
This is also reads, neither keep it at home.
You need to keep it at home. He's a vagabond. That goes back to Cain, two-ball Cain, which means it's a traveling weapon, man.
It's that same thing about when you said, look up that word harlot instead of vagabond.
Mm-hmm.
Vagabond.
Yeah, she just roams all the and it, you know, roams all the streets, but America roams these countries and say, hey, we got this for you, you know, slinging that box, man, that American box.
Yep. And then they go in there in the inside and cause corruption and cause chaos and try to keep their you know, their system, you know, kind of dismantled so they can take resources.
Yeah.
And so they won't ever come take them over.
Mm-hmm. Because the some of the greatest publications happen in America to where they feel like they kind of come here, like the athletes, like the Olympics we see. You know, ain't nobody out doing America and Olympics in America, and because it's Jake.
Yeah.
And even in track, who's the winning in track right now? The Benjamites, the Judites, our people.
Yeah.
And they put the American flag on their back, and they win for the U.S. But U.S. gets to suck that in and take that as it's them and shit. No, it's our people, man.
Same way with that Simone Biles.
Yeah,
That lady, she done won them 5 damn gold medals or whatever.
Yep.
In the last 5 years.
Yep. Same thing with the jiu-jitsu stuff, the UFC, the W. We dominate in that. You know, go ahead.
So who enlarges his desire is hell.
Yep.
And is as death.
Yeah, as death. And that's what he causes all around the world, man. Death. And he'll take over lands and conquer lands as far as borders he can go.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know that like the Americas, they got the they got the other Americas, which is South America.
Mm-hmm.
Because they dominated, colonized those lands too, man.
Yep.
You know? So if they took over Ukraine, they'll be calling it Ukraine America or something. You know? But they got,
Ukrainica and shit.
Yeah, you know. But they the investments and the interest they got in these places, they keep, they make sure they walk on eggshells because they dealing with other nations.
Yeah.
America's over here alone. Like, this is the Western world. Like, people, she's out there like butt naked, exposed and shit, man.
You know they did. They went over to Iraq. They went to Afghanistan for the gold. They went to Iraq for the oil, and then they tried to go to Syria, but Iran and Russia wasn't having it, man.
Yeah.
So they didn't get to have their way over there.
And they did they enter Afghanistan and all that, and pull Saddam Hussein out of the hole. They was dealing with Fidel Castro. You know, he was a Cuban, and they was trying to link up. They was trying to. Fidel Castro was becoming a rebel, along with Guevara, and they was trying to make a pact to own and start, trying to really take control of Cuba. That's why they took them out. But also the Japan thing too, the Pearl Harbor thing, they had oil pipelines underground, and I think it extended to, I forget where it extended, but they had underground pipelines of oil, and they wanted that oil, so they caused that's what I get from it. They caused the Pearl Harbor thing to happen, and they got involved in all that. But they said the Japanese attacked Hawaii, right? Is that
Yeah, wait, yeah.
Is that what
Hawaii? It was Hawaii.
Yeah, it's Hawaii, but they said the Japanese did it though.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So then now they went to Japan and gave them an ultimatum to say, get out of there. We coming in and bombing y'all's ass.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
So it says, and that's death, it cannot be satisfied.
He cannot be satisfied. He want more. He want gold. He want the jewels. He want the silver. He want the souls. He want control. He want ultimate control. He want all the states. He want all the countries. But Most High is dividing because they supposed to be all together. Edomites. They were once allies during the Russia and U.S. used to be allies. Then that Cold War thing came. Most High separated their ass. Man. Like, no, y'all, I ain't gonna do that shit because this is my show. Now, Russia came back into power, like it says, hooks on the jaws, and bringing them back to that Soviet Union. Now they like threatening America, like, we'll bomb your ass, man. Oh, wait a minute, let's negotiate. Let's talk about this UFO alien invasion type thing. That because they was trying to come together. Like, okay, what if a nuclear, what if an alien invasion happened? Well, we'll fight together. Yeah. Which the alien invasion is Yahweh Shai and the angels, man. Yeah. And they are going to try to fight together. It says that in the scriptures.
So at the end of the day, even the bitter, just like Aristotle, one of his quotes was, even the common enemy will unite even the bitterest enemies. Right. So even at the end of that, because they're not all Americans is going to be in America when they get nuked. Some of them going to be over there. Yeah. Some of the military is still going to be over there, and they bunkers over there, hiding from the Lord. Yeah. And they're going to come out with Russia trying to fight the Most High. So we know Russia ain't going to take over nothing. They're going to get taken down with America. Yeah. and
and not rise again, man.
yeah, never rise again.
You said it says in the scriptures they gonna beat their weapons in the plowshares, man.
Yeah, and it said we'll learn war anymore.
Pruning hooks, yeah.
So these other people talking about the 1,000 years is we're gonna be ruling for 1,000 years and they're gonna try to rise up with what?
Yeah.
What some damn plowshares? It ain't gonna work, man.
Hey, we can't overtake Esau without the Most High. How are they gonna overtake us?
Yeah, and that's when we are mortal. Lord willing, we are that number. That's when we're mortal. How some motherfuckers got their ass whooped. You've been in slavery for 1,000 years. You gonna just rise up out of nowhere with what? And then what you gonna rule?
Yeah. It takes building. It takes time to build and get that summit, that congressional NATO EU type of beastie thing going again.
Yeah, they still building that.
Yeah.
And this is going bad.
They on borrowed time. They should have been and built this shit.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So it says, it cannot be satisfied, but gathers unto him all nations.
All nations. That's what he do. His democracy, his promises, his soothing sayings and all that.
Mm-hmm.
We got a piece for you. China is they basically in a suit of America. They got suit and ties over there. They got a McDonald's. They got a gym over there and all that. It's like I thought y'all had your own shit.
It's got to make McDowell's, but they selling dog in it.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy ass
McDog and shit. You know what I'm saying? Get you a dog burger.
Yeah.
And then they're just now saying that we're gonna take dogs off the menu. Like, why y'all been eating them in the damn first place?
Why? Yeah. And then you had that one guy. He was
Shalom to the brothers and sisters on the comment.
Yeah, dude. He was from the BBC, and
I think I saw that.
Yeah, he got caught
he
brutalizing
40+ dogs.
Yeah, sodomizing the damn dogs, man.
You gotta be. You probably Alex Probably right there.
Yeah, man. You talking about 30-something dogs, man.
That's Alex Probably reincarnated.
So he heaping people and dogs. Something wrong with this damn devil. He gotta go.
Yeah. Then somebody gonna say, well, long as he don't,
Oh, no, ain't no long nothing, mother.
Yeah.
You got to get put to death.
You and the beast.
Yeah.
Well, so it won't be no confusion.
Yeah, man. Shit gotta go. It just says, and heapeth unto him all people.
Yeah, all people. And that's how you do. Misery loves company.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I got this project. It don't seem like it's gonna work, but I'm telling you, it's gonna work. You talk to them over there. No, we got our own thing. I'm telling you, man. Because you're going in hell in a handbasket, man.
So he's trying to take as many people as he can with him.
Yeah. It says, really, that's the character of the devil. He said, I walking to and fro on the earth, up and down the earth to see who he may devour.
Mm-hmm.
That's them, man. They to and fro on the earth. They all the way. Who knows what they talking about over there when they see these nations, man? Trump. Biden and Trump, whoever's in office at that time, they probably done told him some weird ass shit. We like, damn, this motherfucker gonna get us all killed. Y'all don't know what them secret talk. It's a secret council. You're not invited. And they don't tell Kamala Harris shit. They probably tell her to leave the room and shit.
And that's the same thing with the brotherhood, though. We a secret council too. Like a lot of stuff, we know, but we don't teach it. We teach only to brothers.
That's on the right hand side.
Yeah, we're the same way over here.
That's why apostles say inside joke.
Yeah,
everybody else, you outside of that, you ain't gonna know what it means. So Most High got secrets himself. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It says back at 4, it says, and I heard another voice from her saying, come out of my people, that you may not be partakers of her sins. Ultimately, those chariots, but we're coming out of the state of mind of darkness from her. Man. We're not celebrating her holidays. We're not, voting anymore, partaking of these different things that she puts out, her education. Hell with graduation, man. I mean, you could take up a trade, like we always say, get your money, but the trade ain't gonna teach you how to. It's gonna teach you some basic fundamentals. It ain't gonna teach you that you're an Israelite, about the history of us being in Babylon and in Syria and the Syrian and all that.
If it was up to them, everybody in the Bible would be fucking Edomites. Everybody be so-called white people, like it's been.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. They've been they and not only God was shy, but they tell you that the angels is
everybody was white. Yeah. Okay, like what the hell? Everybody so-called white people. Like it's a whole other race out here, a whole bunch of them.
And like Apostle Gabar was going into, like, that's blasphemous, man. They putting naked angels to shoot off arrows in a grown man's ass to fall in love and shit.
Man, that's that Valentine's Day, man.
Yeah.
Something wicked, man.
Yeah, man. And I heard, but you know, you'll have a woman break up with you because you didn't buy her nothing on Valentine's Day. That's a wicked ass house. That goes back to Cupid and all that. Yeah, that weird ass shit, man. Which is pedophilia, you know? Naked angel babies. Come on, man. It says, come out of her, my people, beam me up, Scotty. We want to get beamed up by the Most High chariots, the fathership. I don't care what y'all believe in, man. You know, that's impossible. You know? But somebody got struck by lightning in a soccer field, you know,
and it didn't hit nothing but his forehead.
Yeah, exactly.
It hit just his head.
Yeah. Like that ain't no coincidence.
Yeah. Then you had that one lightning bolt that hit that Edomite and knocked 100 cows down and killed half of them there.
Yeah.
And him.
It's like something else is going on.
Something up.
It says that you may be not partakers of our sins, that you receive not our plagues. Yeah, because the Most High said this place is going to be hidden with plagues as the old Egypt. And even the plagues are not written in this book. So what's some plagues, man? You got locusts. We named some of them. You got new plagues. You got flesh-eating diseases. You got, you know, they was threatened. America had been threatened once with Ebola, H1N1. What else? Those other the COVID and all that.
The bird flu,
the salmonella, and was it something called the chicken flu? The bat,
opioid epidemic.
Yeah.
This is all curses.
Yeah.
You know, it said that there's diseases not written in the book.
Yep. Homeless is a curse. Now we starting to see more homeless Edomites, man.
Yep. And we was hopefully, Lord willing, we could do a sit down on it. We was going into Rock 17 and it talk about how most things that the Lord did, we don't know about. Nobody do. Yeah. Most of that stuff he's got it to where, you know, he reveals his secrets unto the prophets, but there's certain things that he ain't even told the prophets.
Yeah.
That's just for him.
Well, and even when he was talking to Esdras, the angel was giving answers to Esdras, but he said, even if you ask questions, you're gonna even marvel more. You know, like, you know, let's just wait and see what the Most High got for us, man. You know, but we do got the names of the Most High. He said, "There's no name under heaven that given among men."
Yep, whereby we must be saved. At Acts 4:12.
Yep. It's on the board.
Some NATO troops.
Yeah,
they said NATO troops are in Ukraine.
Ukraine. Last out devil. Yep. NATO troops in Ukraine fighting the Russian troops. Yep. See, the video has troops fighting in Ukrainian uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and Ukraine used to be a part of Russia, but see how everything, Most High is breaking up everything. You know, that's why Russia was talking shit like, we own Ukraine. They be like, nah, you don't. Like, we became, because they became independent during the Cold War when Russia, you know, dissolved down, so to speak. And they got their shot at independence. So now they saying, nah, we are our own sovereign country.
But then they keep asking Babylon, keep asking America for all these damn weapons and shit. And it shows that they dependent.
Yeah.
You know, and really, I seen an article. It was the brothers was spreading it around, but it was talking about how Ukraine is trying to raid Russia. They trying to raid Russia, but they sending the last of their troops, man.
Yeah.
That's why they sending out robot dogs. They do whatever they can because they running out of troops, man. They running out of people, man. Mm-hmm. It's just about up, man.
And guess what? They gonna have their own draft. Guess who's over there? Jake. Jake is in Ukraine, man. Jake is in Russia. Yeah. Jake is in all other places, man.
You ain't serving the Lord, you're not gonna escape that draft, Jake.
So Jacob's trouble was coming, man. Yeah. All over the world. We all over the world, man. It says back in verse 18, verse 5, for her sins have reached into heaven, man. She went up, she's messing with the firmaments, man. She's up there with NASA program, satellites and all that, you know. It says it says in Obadiah, she you know, she's trying to sit on the throne like the Most High. What it say? Most High's throne. It says, "My throne is in the heavens, and earth is my footstool." They trying to be up there like the Most High and look down at people like gods, but they trying to do it technical wise, you know, with the satellites. Most High don't need no satellite. Angels don't need no damn satellite, no telescope to look far and shit. They got powers to do that.
Everything they do down here, these Edomites, artificial. It's a false light.
Yeah. Just like Superman. Superman he don't need no glasses. All that time he as Clark Kent wearing glasses and shit.
Yeah, you don't need them motherfuckers. Take them motherfuckers off.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Lois Lane, stupid ass. You look familiar. I'm Superman, bitch.
Superman, bitch. All I got is the glasses and the shooter.
I wouldn't have had no time. If I had superpowers, I couldn't take Lois, man. Like you getting on my damn nerves, man. I'll just fly into the in the heavens in the firmament. So I gotta deal with this shit.
I get 4-5 you Lois Lane real quick.
Like Lois Lane wasn't the prettiest woman. She wasn't like all that, man. Yeah. I would have been in some of them other UK. I would have been all across the world.
And that's how, you know, it makes sense, because that's how Jake is. Jake had all this power, had the kingdom, had all that when y'all shot. And then he came down here and started messing with these damn women, man. They wasn't even talking about shit, man. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't talking about that. They were just some regular old women. And then they went over there and messed with them.
But that's why it says don't sit in the company of women. Yeah. Because you could get taken down. If you're a king, you can get taken. Look at Solomon. Them women that will take you down. Yeah. We know the dynamics of the Most High. He said that the woman's heart is snares and nets. So we know those dynamics. We careful about that shit.
Yeah, that box could be a weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah, and it has been.
Destroy your ass.
Look at what happened when you listen to Eve. All hell broke loose.
Your ass out here 3.
Yeah, it says, and then we're reading about the harlot as a woman. Like, the whole America is a harlot, a woman. Wisdom is a woman.
Yeah, she's drunken with the blood of the saints, man.
Yeah.
Destroy men. This place is meant to destroy men. That's what this is created for.
Yeah, exactly.
To belittle and destroy men.
I was just thinking about that woman thing. Like the Most High got wisdom, and what did it say? Be wiser than a serpent. So in wisdom, you could be deceitful. You could against your enemy. Paul was using wisdom. He was lying to a lot of them people, especially Agrippa and shit. People like that. Like he ain't trying to convert Agrippa, convert Herodians and shit.
Yeah.
They trying to search for Yahweh Shai at his birth, man, to kill him. You think he gonna try to convert somebody like that? These people are operated to be the wicked like the Most High. We ain't trying to convert Esau into a good person, man.
Can't make a crooked thing straight.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Says that. What does Zechariah 2:7 say?
I have it. Zechariah 2:7, deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon.
Yeah, deliver yourself. You dwelling with the daughter of Babylon. Y'all having fun like some young whore. She's an artificial whore now. Like she artificially made herself like she's still young and shit. That's an old bitch you walking with. That's an old harlot that you walking with. We see this like we tired of America. America's old to us, man. Like tired of this shit, voting and shit. You know, trying to get rights and shit. And, you know, going to these schools and shit.
You've been doing that for a really long time.
Yeah, that shit is old, man.
Been tired of this shit.
And you know, what do they say on a lot of them shows? That's why industry, a Hollywood industry, is full with plastic surgery and shit. They don't want to get old. Yeah, BBLs and plastic surgery and heart transplants. They don't want to get. They don't want to get old and die.
Yeah.
They want to live forever. They trying to make a pill to make you live forever. They think the MOTP can, because you can program yourself to live forever. You can replace your heart and all the organs and run off this machine and have the power to live forever.
Yeah, you got Elon Musk lying ass talking about you take that thing, you're gonna have superpowers and shit. You ain't gonna have no superpowers.
Yeah, remember they had it on Netflix with Jamie Foxx. Power something?
The power cell, something like that.
No, not super cell, but the other one.
Take that pill.
Yeah, you take
Project Power.
Project Power. You take the pill and you release some.
Start bugging out for about 35 seconds and then go away.
And they don't even know what their power gonna be. They just take it as, it's just like somebody on that drugs, PCP. It makes them feel powerful, Yeah. And they do have demons on them because they be doing that.
Why would you want to do that? Like, what you take? You turn to a super midget or something? Like, your ass be
man.
It did some side effect happen, and your ass just stay a midget forever.
Just like exactly like Alice in Wonderland.
Don't be taking these pills, Jay.
That bitch saw a bottle that said "Dreamy." She said, "Well, I guess I'll drink this." What else? Like the lean, that Jake be leaning up. Well, like 10 minutes and shit. You thinking like, what the hell is he doing? Yeah, that's the American makeup, man. And our women with the makeup and the eyelashes and like you said, the BBLs, the fingernails and shit.
And they getting to the point to where it's artificial birds out here. I said yesterday they got drones, like drone birds and shit. And they've been doing that for a little bit. They said they've been talking about that since World War I. They've been making drones and shit that's birds, and it looked like a bird. Like if it was up here, you wouldn't be able to really see that it wasn't no bird because they're using real feathers. They're using a real face of a dead bird. Like the place is artificial as fuck, man.
Silicone, synthetic skin, and all that.
You're gonna see some synthetic bird droppings on the ground. That bitch burning gas because it got to fly and shit. Like what the hell is wrong?
That's the Americans of the beast. But pretty soon they're gonna put their relatives in this computer system, and they got that on TikTok right now. You can make pictures talk and shit like that. Y'all keep fucking around with this beast, and he gonna have y'all twisted.
Y'all
gonna be in virtual reality, thinking you sleep, and you tired as hell in real life. Your eyeballs about to fall out your head because you ain't had no sleep, but in virtual reality, you've been sleeping like a mud. Like going back to Neo, he said, "Why do my eyes hurt? You never used them." And he said, "You think that air you're breathing? This is not real air we're breathing. If we breathe the real air, it's like give up the ghost, man. That's how corrupted, polluted this place is.
We wouldn't be able to adapt to it. It would be too clean. So I said our righteousness is filthy rags. We can't even breathe clean air out here.
Yeah, man.
We through.
Water, dirty,
all that shit, man.
The sky, what they say, the firmament's got plastic in it.
Chemtrails.
Chemtrails, drinking water, contaminated water out of plastic bottles.
The lakes are full of water and lakes full of plastic bottles and shit. Like, where does all this shit come from?
Plastic bottles and dead bodies everywhere.
And that's how American citizens live. They just walk down the street and take a shit and keep walking and shit like. We had to go through that a lot in Hollywood, man. It's like, damn, somebody shitting in the corner with people.
That shit's for real too. LA, man. That shit crazy, man. I can't believe that, man. That's wild.
It says, verse 6, God says, yeah. So come out of it, so you won't partake of her sins and receive not her plagues. For her sins have reached to heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities, man. You know, Jake didn't forget. He said, what they say, forgetfulness of prosperity is forgetfulness of affliction. Jake forget how they whipped us and you know, and hung us, burnt us, raped us, robbed us, raped the women and shit. Put cats in the baby's women to see what, and then sold it up and shit. Ate Jake, put him in a turkey-based position to eat him at the table, man. You know? Put us in ships where the ship is rocking back and forth with feces and urine and all that. Because what do you think, Jake? They let Jake use the restroom. They just let him piss right on the boat, in the boats. And then had the nerve to talk about us when they let us out of the boat, like, y'all, Negroes are nasty.
Oh, motherfucker, like, I gotta take a shit every now and then.
I'm
like
human, motherfucker.
Like, damn. And then they would put us in them big ass salt baths.
Yep.
Hot ass salt baths, like 100 degrees. When we got over here, they would throw us in them bitches. And it was salt and shit in there and hot ass water. And now Jake forgot all that because Esau gave him a job where he made $20 an hour and he can smoke weed whenever he wants to.
But Jake's soft emotional ass get mad at their parents for whooping their ass, you know, for 5 minutes, and Esau then broke the back, broke the white meat out of y'all.
Yeah, the damn tore the damn spine out your back.
Yeah. But he's cool.
Damn, Jake.
Jake is twisted, man.
Sound crazy thinking like that.
Yeah, man.
Crazy as hell.
Oh, that was back then. But if your pops and mom did that where they broke your back or whatever, and it healed up and all that, or what have you, that dude will hate his parents forever. Yeah. Yeah.
Talking about Esau can get saved. Yeah. For what? What we want to save this bastard for, man? For what? What good is he for?
Well, he gonna just tear up the land more and more.
Yeah.
Says verse 6, got Jake living in a box with other people living in a box or apartment complex. Even when you get your house, your next door neighbor still got a problem with you. She's Karen. You know, I'm gonna give me a house, man. I didn't came up. Karen didn't call the cops on you at least 5 times since you've been there. That ain't paradise. That ain't heaven, man. It says verse 6, reward her even as she rewarded you. How did they reward us, man? Trouble, murder, you know, robbery. It said this place is full of robbery and lies, man. Depart from it. This is not our rest, man. It's greatly polluted, man. And all these things America make up is take our money. You got to pay the school money, you know. You got to pay the church double tithes probably now and shit. You got to pay for your, you know, all this stuff, man. You got to pay the park and shit. You know,
got to pay to drive the toll poles.
Yeah,
tolls.
Yeah,
like I'm already paying all this other shit.
Then when you do work, they take taxes out of you and shit. And then your medical, you don't even use the medical. If you're healthy, you take care of yourself well. They still taking medical off from you. Insurance and all that, dental care and all that.
Then when you need to use your insurance, you got to pay a deductible, like $500,000.
Yeah, man. It says you shall not use usury against your neighbor, man. All this high interest and all that, man. That's bogus, man. And then if you don't pay, they're gonna take you to jail. Physically handcuff your ass, take you to jail. Put a warrant out for your arrest. You missed one payment. It says, so what did it say? And double unto her double according to her works. They're gonna get paid double, man. Like just when you thought it was over, you got another 500 years. Well, double, man. Yeah, and what did it say? They think their houses continue forever, so they would have had us in slavery forever if it wasn't for the Most High. The Most High was putting it in the so-called white man. Hey, you know, abolish slavery, even though they didn't. They just took it to another level. They was thinking smart. They's like, you know what, these niggas gonna rebel against us if we keep doing this. Let's use them for money. You know, let's use them. You know, with all this setup of this paper yoke stuff. You know, contracts and all that. You know, if you try to get out, if you're an NBA player and shit, you try to get out of your contract, they gonna come search you down, man. They might even take you out because that's on the level of elite type of dealing and shit. It ain't no team in high school. These people are dealing with the mafia. These NBA players, that's drug money fronted with a lot of this stuff. Like we mentioned, Jennifer Lopez dealing with Tommy Mottola. He's a high drug keeper, whatever. The company of Coca-Cola that deals with you know, that we went into, that deal with soda, they have Coke. They put Coke in the fucking Coca-Cola, and they're the biggest company. You know,
they did that like in the 1950s. They finally stopped it.
Yeah,
but you never know what they put in that shit.
But they brought it back. They start putting it back in there.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. Hello?
How you doing, huh? How you doing, Gloria?
Stop to say hello.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you. You over here teaching the Bible.
Yeah, just stop to say hello. How you guys doing?
How you doing? How you doing?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, ain't seen you in a
No,
while.
I just be working.
Yeah.
You know, and I come out here and teach on Sundays.
Yeah. All right. Just stop to say hello. Love you, man.
Yeah, love you too. Love you too, man. Have a good night.
See you. Says reward her double according to the works in the cup which she had filled to her double, man. Like we said, she gonna have to drink of that dregs of the cup. You know, she shall swallow down. Like the Most High gonna force it down her throat. Take this, the kingdom. The saints shall take the kingdom, make it by force. You know,
the wrath of the Lord.
The wrath of the Lord, man, coming down on this place. Most High got a problem with America, issue with Babylon. Great. It says, and look how much she had deliciously glorified herself and lived deliciously, man. They don't, like I said in the scripture, their lives are not in trouble like other men. All their, at least they don't even barely touch the ground and shit. They in the richest places, their mansions. Hey, even some of the average Edomites and shit got like 14 bedrooms and shit, 5 baths and shit. Could you imagine what Jake could lose his mind if he had that? Like, man, we in heaven, Lord. Nah, this ain't heaven. You know, we done seen some of them houses. We was going through the house. They have castles and all that, palaces and all that. They live like kings and queens. But Most High is taking them down because now the average Edomite, they're losing their grip on finances. The woman is leaving the Edomite man, going with Jake. You know, it's more divorces now among Edomites now. They're losing the grip of America. Nobody believes in America like they used to. For Trump to make that statement called "Make America Great Again," what made it ungreat? For him to say that making it great again, what is he talking about? You know, well, he's talking in the lines of that old Roman Empire way of dominance, because that was their last capitalization of things. Now they want to bring, it's all they want to keep in that, man, and eventually control all the nations, like Antiochus, his plan and shit. All them Edomite leaders wanted to control the whole world.
And they still doing it to this day, and Jake could be out here and whatnot, like just like we see now. Some of my family look past everything, like didn't even ask, didn't check out nothing. Like, you don't say nothing, we ain't gonna say nothing. Like, we're not like the Christians. We're not gonna force you to know the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
We just
Yeah.
We're gonna teach you if you want to know. You know,
Yeah.
this is for the elect. It ain't for everybody, and you gotta realize that, Jake. Some of your own family ain't gonna make it, man. We don't even know if we gonna make it.
And
But
yep. And then her being a woman, we might go into how, women, they did to women, and now we're coming back to our family, and we might talk about family stuff. We put it up. Paul said, "To him that is Jew, I become a Jew," and so forth. Like, this is a comforter. We ain't all, it ain't all about beating our people down. This is a comfort to our people. But our people got to get straight. They got to know that this shit is coming. We ain't gonna just read a bedtime story to you every day.
it's all about having the fear of the Lord, and when it comes down to it, a lot of our family, they just don't got the fear of the Lord.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and they don't know. They don't know about the Lord say kill and make a lie. They would think that was that's a man wrote that. Most High. If he's not the Most High, how could he? Only the Most High could do that. If you say it's death on the earth or somebody's killing, and it ain't the Most High, then who is the Most High? Because he got power over every entity, over every spirit.
My family, we all grew up in Mississippi. We grew up in that plantation Christianity, and I know, and I know she know, like my family, they know this is what I teach. My mama, my mama gonna say something to them, they know. So when they see me, they know. It's like, it ain't nothing, this ain't nothing like some hidden secret. Like, we the Israelites,
You ain't all coated out and shit and wearing weird clothes. This is, you go back, this is how you go back to the Moors and all that, which a lot of our people go. They had garments like this. The Native Americans had garments like, and we're on the highways and byways. We're not in no secret temple or something. With robes on, with a cross on our forehead and shit. We regular people, man. We regular people. Just because we don't eat pork, we in a court. Regular people, man. What is that song? I'm everyday people. We everyday people. But I was going to mention something else when you mentioned your family. Oh yeah, and that could be that could be a stumbling block as well, like growing up in Mississippi in hard places, because then when they get to better places, they think that, they're doing better off.
Wow.
There
was a real bad, rough time, where we came from. And her and my mom, they always was in the churches, that's where they had us at.
And that's what a lot of the joy of our people come from. That's why they love to go to church, because it's singing and dancing, and they get away from that oppression. But it's still
it's a harlot house. It's wicked, And someday I know she gonna have spirit, Lord put the spirit on her, really ask. But when it comes to family, sometimes, Jake, you just don't really put it out there like that, until they really ask, because
most part they know. I mean, your mother probably told her anyway. A lot of people know, man. So be genuine when you ask the questions, man.
Yeah.
It says, and we love our people, man. Our people we know the pain of our people. Our people are struggling. They getting lied to by Satan. It's a trickery game. They using witchcraft against us, psychological methods to get us down. I mean, you'd be like, damn, how do our people get on crack? I wouldn't do crack, but they got our people. They got a lot of our people like that, and it happened all across the state. So it wasn't no, it wasn't no easy thing. It was a major witchcraft and deception with them. Like I said, they started putting cocaine in the weed first before they started doing crack. So it was a gradual thing that led our people into doing stuff like that.
That's why they so heavy in Christianity. You could try to tell them, but at this point, as deep as we are in the prophecies, if you didn't want to know the Lord didn't want you to, really look into this. Yeah, probably not going to. Yeah. So it just depends. The spirit on me at that time was like, nah, Don't say nothing unless he say something, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta just. That's how Yahushua was. He wasn't answering every question. Sometimes somebody asked him something, and he would be like, "Well, answer me this first.
Yep.
You know."
And
So
if you can't answer me that, then I'm not gonna answer you this. And he said it to his own parents, shall not be about my father's business. So, you know, we got a higher power, Paul, and we got a higher father. It's a physical father and it's a spiritual father.
it's also about like when you in the brotherhood, you kind of feed off of what who's ahead of you, what they do. If they ain't saying nothing, don't say nothing. We're supposed to be moving as a body, regardless of who come up. So she might come back, ask questions one day.
And it said be peaceful. So, she saw us in our peaceful state. We're not yelling or anything or saying you're gonna get die unless you. That's what them old Jews was about.
Yeah.
Most High didn't hate them. That was still his people, but they was kind of like, yeah, it ain't no way you're gonna make it.
Yeah, just forcing it.
Yeah,
we ain't gonna force it. It's the spirit.
You can't force feed Israel with this.
Yeah.
Back in verse, so it said, reward her double, fill her cup, let her, how much she had glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give so much. Like it ain't no little tormentor so much. Like keep tormenting her ass and shit. She's hollering. Keep tormenting her ass, man.
And,
Most High don't deal with emotions,
Yeah.
He's like he told us that, hey, the Egyptians to drown and shit. Like, yeah, get rid of all them motherfuckers, man. He didn't be like, there's some good Egyptians in here somewhere. Man.
Yeah. And the truth is supposed to make you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's supposed to make you consider your ways.
Yeah. We even be like, damn.
Yeah. We got ways that we trying to consider and make sure we on point. You know. So
like missiles, hey, we don't want to get blown up by a missile.
Want to get hit with no missile.
Yeah. So we be like, please, Lord, don't let us have to do that. Get blown up. That's all we can do, man. We ain't gonna move to another country and like dodging them missiles. We just said they should run from a lion into a bear, into a serpent, into a house with lean on the walls. The serpent bit them. You can't escape the missiles and shit, or the judgment of the Most High. Even if you ain't get blown up by the missiles, you don't have wild beasts out there. Most High said He created the beasts to tear with the teeth and all that. That's what they use. They use their claws, but mainly their teeth. Shit, a lion will tear any kind of animal up. They don't give a fuck. We don't do meat like that. We like particular with our shit. Like, damn, lion don't give a damn. Blood out the mouth and everything. Eat from the rooter to the tutor. that's
it's beautiful y'all saying about family, because right here Hebrews 11:7, by faith Noah, being warned of Yahweh, things not seen as yet, moved with fear and prepared an ark to the saving of his house.
Yep.
By the which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith.
Yeah.
So what we doing out here, we saving.
Yeah. Even now, they got, some of them say Ruth was an Israelite, but we know as far as she's a Moabite, but she saved her whole house by hiding the spies of Israel.
Yeah.
Like that's how merciful the Most High is.
It said that your enemies will be of your own household. So when you do deal with family, you do got to be careful with it. You got to definitely be careful, because those gonna be the main ones that pull up on you.
Yeah.
So it's just all about you got to play chess.
Yeah.
They might say some stuff, might ask some questions, but the thing about the Israelites is out there.
It is.
It's out there.
It's like it's almost on every chapter.
Yeah.
But it says, "Be wise among them that without." They don't have the wisdom like we do.
So we ain't, try to.
Yeah. But one of my points too was that bringing up Ruth is that if the Most High had gave these nations a blessing, He blessed Esau, He blessed Ishmael with 12 princes. she cried out, and he said, "Oh, even though she was still under Sarah, and he told her to report back to Sarah, he still blessed her son. So how much more the Israelite? How much more the elect? We're gonna get blessings over blessings over blessings. I think who else saying that song? Blessings and blessings on top of the blessings, something like that. Top of blessings. So we ain't worried about so much as like what we gonna get, Most High. We ain't worried about that. What you gonna give us? Let's do the Most High's work, and you gonna see. Man. You ain't gonna have a complaint in the world when you get into the kingdom. The water's gonna be clean. The rivers, you're gonna have it's gonna be, man, so many beautiful rivers in the kingdom, man. The streets are gonna be gold. The fruit and is gonna be on the trees. You're gonna have your place is gonna be clean because it's gonna be marble and granite and gold, and even your palaces. Your women gonna be in order. Your children are gonna not hate you and all that. You got some father and son gun feuds, man. Where the fuck is that? Shooting at your own son, shooting at your own father, man. That's crazy. Then it happened with that Judite woman. She was firing at her own daughter, man, telling her to never come around here no more. That's crazy, man. And Esau loves that shit. That's why he hates this stuff. The brotherhood and the truth. We ain't killing each other no more, man. So it says, how much she had glorified herself and lived delicious, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she had said in her heart and her mind, I sit as a queen. That goes back to harlot. That goes back to slut. That's what America claims herself to be. They got a Queen James Bible, man. Our people worship the Queen of Heaven. They still doing it the same day. They worshiping these birthday parties, making cakes to the Queen of Heaven. They calling themselves queen. You're supposed to be princesses and elect ladies and, under your man and, prophetess, but you in the order of the Most High. What are we coming in the order of Melchizedek? We're not doing our own thing, man. This is not of us. We're not doing, we're listening to a higher power, man. If that's the case, we wouldn't be out here. We fearing a higher power.
Anybody else who's fearing a higher power, they're going to at least inquire what we're saying, regardless of who it is, we down to that point where, it's cutting close, man. There ain't a whole lot of time to learn about Yahweh Bahashim and Yahweh Shai,
Some jakes are just going to learn about the name and, okay, that's all.
Yeah, and some of them, you might tell them a few things and they get it, but when it comes down to it, just like I was listening to Elder Demonstrapat the other day, he said, if you ain't really serious and you ain't put forth no effort to try to figure out what's going on. When does Jake sit outside for 2 hours every Sunday? You ain't even trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah. And we focus on the brotherhood and the elect. That's it.
Yeah, you remember they and during slavery they had us in the field and all that. They had us occupied with that drama and all that. They was building the world, building this stuff up. Like I said, they was building the hospitals, building the industrial type of world. Now, then they let us out of slavery. Now you can work at these industrial jobs because we got enough money. You didn't pick cotton till you bled. We didn't took that money, flipped it. We brought drugs in here, and then they put Jake into fucking projects and slums and shit. Like you said, in Mississippi, they still looking like slavery times and shit. Some of the other places, Detroit, some places are real beat down, man.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Like we seen, you saw the 1970s in the Bronx. It was all beaten up over there, man. It looked like a third world country over there. Yeah,
graffiti everywhere, children hanging out, and not, being able to eat proper.
The Edomite was going up to Jake like, how much crack you do a day? He'd be like, $500-$600. Like, just talk about it like it wasn't no big deal, man.
Yeah, but those are spies and shit. Like those Jehovah's Witness, they spy. What is the Negro up to today? Well, they're still doing bad and barely eating. Yes.
That's what they want.
Yeah.
They don't want Jake away.
Fucking devils, man. And they're going to play the Christian and all that. Y'all gonna play Christians
And
too?
that's how a lot of our people are. Yeah, they Christians, man. You can just tell, by the aura,
Yeah.
And you just gotta let the Lord separate the sheep and the goats, man.
Yeah. You gotta let these,
Can't get emotional and stuff. You gotta be firm. And it's gonna look strange to your family when they come up and see that you got your manly stature back, your boldness back. That don't mean you gotta necessarily say something. It said, "Be as you know a lot, but speak little." Sometimes you don't gotta say nothing. Standing here is more than enough. We gotta. All three of them signs is enough for you to know what we're talking about. Mark of the beast. Got your house shot over there. Got the 12 tribes sign. You ain't even, can't see it. Then you can't see it.
Like with the truth, you can learn a lot, a whole lot in 1 hour that you learn more than you learned in church in your whole life. So, hey, man, don't take nothing to grasp and learn and see what this stuff is about. It says, so she called herself a queen. She sit as a queen, man. Like, I run shit. And what if Kamala Harris did make it as a president? She'll be in the mind state of this as a queen, like I run shit, black woman, and she's controlling things, but she's a puppet for the elites. It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning, man. Death and mourning and famine. Famine is coming back. But we see Esau as homeless today, begging for food and shit. But some of them might be Jakes. And then you have an Israelite say, "You help that white man." How you know if he's an Edomite or not? He ain't white in the first place. But Most High said, even be wise among your enemies. Like, let them have no ill report of you. You can't go to the job and act a fool and shit. Or keep going to jail. You got a record on you and shit. Like, they're gonna be like, look at these niggas and shit. How they act. You suppose they supposed to see a well-groomed man when you walk by them. No matter if they hate you or not. Some of them say, shit, I don't even like Negro, but this is an upstanding man right here. I don't even know what kind of Negro he is and shit.
We ain't supposed to give no leave for him to blame the ministry.
Exactly.
So a lot of times, we just try to stay low.
It says, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. That's what you're supposed to do with her. Burn her with fire. How is she gonna be burnt with fire? Nuclear missiles. You think we're gonna be like getting power and knocking on every door and shit? Or you Edomite? And burning them? Nah, Most High gonna burn this place all at once.
So it's gonna be speedy riddance.
And it's still some people who got a chance to come to the truth. So
the door is still open.
Yeah, it's still open.
It's cracked.
It's cracked.
You on your toe? You better stick your toe up in there and try to ask Most High to open up for one more person and shit or whatever.
So eventually, you gonna it's gonna come to that point where everybody gonna have a chance to come to the truth. Everybody gonna have their shot. Whether you seen us or.
And like it says in scripture, whoever perished being innocent. So if you don't make it, you must, you wasn't innocent in the first place. So it says, death, mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh who judges her. Most High is judging her. We can't send missiles. We don't have a missile. We don't have a system. Like, we don't have a military. We can't say, America been treating us wrong. Let's get together and let's go on Voltron and shoot at them. Most High is doing that, and he's doing it for us. Most High said he made the world for our sake. All this orchestration, this chess stuff that the Most High got going on, is for us, Israel. He said, I'll put down the heathens. I'll be your defense. He said, oh, it says, thou worm Jacob, I will help thee. We don't got no defense. It says, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her. Yeah, they got their hand in the cookie jar. Why do you think the Arabian got a tent here? They got the 7-Elevens. They got the all these convenience stores, the mom and pop type of stores. They're taking Jake's money. The Chinese buy or get out. That's a curse on us. That's a proverb against them. Buy and get out. They don't tell nobody no other nation that but us. You know, Africans got their hand in the cookie jar. They joined the BRICS. South Africa. You think they got a Negro at the table of the BRICS as a functional, operational land leader or something? Chess piece in this place? Nah. Y'all walk on common grounds with the regular men on earth. You know, they ain't gonna let you sit at the table. And we don't want to sit at the table. So you can't sit at the table with devils and with the the Most High. Their table is gonna become a snare, man. It says, strong is the Lord that judges her, and the kings of earth lived deliciously with her, shall bewail her and lament for her when they see the smoke of her burning. Where's that gonna come from? Missiles coming over here. They're gonna see it on wherever they are. They're gonna see it. They're gonna see it on the internet. They're gonna see it on satellites, through a telescope. Wherever they're gonna see the smoke of America burning. And you know what that means? You cut the harlot out, you ain't gonna make no more money because everybody's using this harlot and shit. Man. These other nations be coming over here and being like, shit, they be taking the women and enjoying it, and they take the money of America and go over there and have more money because it's more valuable over there. But not so much now because the euro, the Bitcoin, they doing the Bitcoin, the euro, the BRICS. So America's dollar, nobody's doing that shit no more. They be like, all right, I'm gonna stay home.
This place is going into a Great Depression. You know, we just seen the stock market drop 1,000 points. That's $1.9 trillion. And then it went back up in weaponry like 300 points. So $300 million went back into weapons, man.
Yeah.
What do you think they doing? They finna go to them bunkers.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And how do you think they funding this? By certificates and all? They ain't funding it like they used to because they $23 trillion in debt. America. So how you think they paying for it? Promises of the new. Why you think Trump said that make America great again? That's a promise to these nations. Like, come on, just still stick with us. We're gonna get it going. But they promised like we're gonna get y'all to a newer, higher future. Because Russia was divided against America, but once they was allies, talking about this plan of taking over space and all that, and controlling the whole world. But Most High divided those Edomites because they be like, shit, it don't seem like America's coming out of a hole or something. Like, what is she doing? You know, nobody believes in America no more. Her own citizens are saying like, damn, we ain't gonna support the president no more. They calling Biden stupid like every day, like your own people calling you stupid. You know, it says, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, the great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is her judgment come, man. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her. What do the merchants do? They in control of merchandise, the imports and the exports, the shipments that come in here. That's all from. I work at one of the. It's a martial arts place. It's called Century, and they got one of the highest. I think they got the highest martial arts establishment production agency, whatever, in the United States. But all the uniforms are made in Pakistan and shit. You know, all the things, most of the things that are made in America is made in China. I mean, that the products and stuff, merchandise here, are made in China. China own a great part of maybe the 80% or more of the meat products that's coming through here. So all that's gonna stop, man. There ain't gonna be nobody that's come through this place buying any more merchandise because it's gonna be flat and desolate, man. It says, well, it's gonna say, I got it here myself. It says, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, that no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. You know, all the companies that we work for is merchandise, it's food. They box it up, burritos. Whether you work for a fast food chain, whether you work for a clothing store, everything is boxed up and shipped in the USP and Amazon, and they bring in the packages and the delivery, and every system got a food chain. I mean, a conveyor belt, to send the merchandise through.
Logistics.
Yeah, logistics. Yep, the inventory of these companies. Yeah, that's. I think recently the bank closed. Some of the Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and another bank. They all into some kind of lawsuit, if I'm not mistaken. No, what happened when the Washington Mutual shut down and Chase? Wait, was it Chase? Yeah, Washington Mutual got replaced by Chase. What was that about? What did what's his name? The rapper, Big Bank take Little Bank. That's how America does. They bully people, and you got a little company, you got a mom and pop store, and if somebody take over that whole land mass or that whole area, you got to give up your mom and pop store. You got to sell it, and they ain't gonna give you that much money for it. If you buy something from a jewelry place and a gold chain, and it costs like $10,000, you take it to the pawn shop, they're gonna offer you like maybe $900 or something. Like, this still is the same value as I bought this motherfucker. What's going on? Because they can do that. They can hold back from Jake and not give him shit. You know? But it says, so that's why we call on the Lord to take this type of life down, and these type of enemies down, this type of lifestyle. You can't live like this, man. Our people are glad that there's no families being born no more. Like, I don't have no children. Children are supposed to be your joy and shit. You're supposed to have joy in your children. I don't have to deal with no nigga in my household. That's supposed to be your husband and shit. You supposed to be a family, man. Shit, the three bears knew that. They broke into the Goldilocks house. I'm just being humorous, but they was a Papa Bear and the Mother Bear and the little bears, and they ate that porridge, man. They got their shit. All these mafia, all these gangs and shit. Like, I was watching a documentary, a certain documentary, LA gangs in there. And it was a preacher visiting the neighborhoods and all that. It was in 1988, which it was hot during that time. They said a lot of when he went through the neighborhoods, they were families. You know, it was first to start as a neighborhood, protecting their families against the government, against things like that. Then Esau put the drugs in there, and you told your younger brother, your older brother, like, shit, I'm selling drugs, and he was like, no, don't do that. You're gonna go to prison. He's like, nigga, I ain't waiting on this shit, man. You got working on McDonald's and shit. And it separated the families. The father took the father out the house, broke down the families. That's what the preacher said. He said a lot of these people don't see. The preachers used to be more realistic back then because they was in those neighborhoods. But when they started making their church money, they moved out those neighborhoods. And like, well, I gotta talk to these niggas, Yeah. But it says that they didn't have the truth. We had the truth. So it says, standing far off, lost the great city of Babylon, that mighty city from when I was judgment come. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls, fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet, and all thine wood, and all manner of vessels of ivory, and all manners manner vessels of most precious wood and of brass and of iron and marble. That's how they live. That's how the elites live right now. Live on them hills. When we was checking out those houses, some of those houses cost like 10 million, 15 million. Jake, you think Jake got that type of money? They got a whole different water system up there.
Our habitation that dwelt in the cliffs of the rocks.
Yeah, they dwell in the clefts of the rock, man. You think they come? You think they're gonna come to a Walmart and shit? They look at Walmart like hand-me-down stuff.
They probably have somebody to bring them
Yeah,
groceries.
everything's ordered and shit. And then what do they do with us? They bring us scraps from the van and shit. You know, we are to our best of our ability, of course, but they don't care if we eat slop, man. They didn't care if our people in slavery ate slop. You know? The delicacy of Jake eating right now on the 2/3 side is swine, man, and crab and lobster and all that. Talking about in order to impress a woman, you gotta take her to red lobster and shit. Like that's the bottom feed. That's abominable. And now they don't even want to go do that. They even more better than that now. But it says and cinnamon and odors and ornaments and frankincense and wine and oil, and that's how we used to live. You know, Solomon had all that. But Most High flipped it, took away from us that he gave the so-called white man that. Now it's their end, and we coming back in our place, in our state. You know, the difference is this time is we ain't gonna go into captivity no more. How you know this last captivity? Well, it says so. You know, and we're gonna get immortal powers. Well, didn't we have powers back then? No, this is a learning. We read in that Apocrypha, Most High sent us to learn good and evil. You know, if you want to possess the nations, you're gonna have to learn evil and good. You're gonna have to deal with men according to righteousness. And when they go off, you damn behead their ass if it's a sin into death. Commit adultery, take them out. Sleeping with beasts, take them out, man. This dude's still alive. The one that slept with, sodomized all those dogs, he's still alive.
Yeah, they still talk about Michael Vick just fighting dogs.
Yeah, he's the worst criminal in the world.
Worst criminal.
Well, and he just fought dogs.
He wasn't doing no sodomy to him.
Nah, and he wasn't even no deep practice. I think that happened like a couple of times. You know,
Really was like his relatives. Like,
exactly. Yeah. They blamed it something. Yeah, you know, he became the scapegoat. That's how they do. They single out Jake, you know, make him the worst criminal in the world.
accused our brethren.
Accuser of that brethren. You know, you don't think he's accused of brethren. Just look how many the Karens on the earth prove that they be telling on our ass. Like I said, most of the time when Jake get fired, best believe it's somebody that told on your ass, said you did something. I saw him acting suspicious at his car and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You can't hang out at your job. I mean, that's not a wise thing to do. To hang out at your job with the door open and you talking to another person. When you leave your job, when you get off work, leave that motherfucker, man. Cause somebody watching you and shit. It says frankincense and wine, oil. I want to be in the kingdom and sit down, and drink wine with the brethren. And you in your palace of marble, and you coming out looking over the waters and shit. You know what I'm saying? You got, your wives are back at the palace and shit, talking about how great you are and shit. Look at them, little brother. Look at him shining and all that. You got his fro out.
Yeah.
Just everything is good.
Yeah. Man,
hey man,
ready to get out of here.
Ready to get out of it. I mean, most of it's still some beautiful things in the way, trees and all that. You go to the park and
Not much left.
Yeah.
But there is.
Go to a lake. Shit, you go to a lake these days, you're gonna find a dead body and shit.
Yeah, somebody drowning in that bitch.
Yeah.
So they celebrating the 4th of July. Lord done made their ass to get out and swim.
Yeah. He says, frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves. Slaves. Ain't gonna be no more slaves here. You know? Ain't gonna be no, and the souls of men. They trying to take all that from us. Man. They trying to get our soul in this very place. You know? Like going out against the Most High every day. They want us going out with the Most High every day. Shit, we'll put pork in the beef. We'll put swine on the doors and swine in the railroads and all that. We'll drop chemtrails on their ass every single day. We'll stir up the weather and shit. So when we do drop the chemtrails, their pores open and shit. It gets sick and get cold. You know. And at the same time, we'll promise them more promises through this voting system, through our Democratic and Republican Party. You know, like damn, how evil can these people be? How wicked can these people be, man? You can't grow no crops no more. You own private property. You know, you can't even an herb is a medicine. You can't grow more than 8 plants or something. You know.
They were saying you couldn't collect rainwater.
You can't collect rainwater. I think it's still saying like that today. You know?
Said Charles Claude Schwab, you will own nothing, be happy.
Yeah. You can't drive too fast. You can't park anywhere you want to. You can't walk anywhere you want to. You know? It's like, what can you do in this damn place, man?
Really, all we was meant to do here was to warn our people.
That's it.
You know, that's it.
We packing up our bags after that. Most likely gonna have us pack up our bags after that.
You know, it's different ways to do it, especially like when you're dealing with immediate family, like just like what just happened. Like, you know, they know your number and stuff. You know, so it's better. Like sometimes, you know, you just give some time. You know, call them. Like, what do you think about it? What would you think about it? You know. Yeah. You gotta, because you know you don't want to try to scare them off. You know, you want to try to, because you know I know how bad Christianity is my family. You know, I want to try to think about it like I'm gonna pray about it first. Ask the Lord how to approach your family sometimes first before you get into stuff, because a lot of people ain't ready to know the truth. You know.
Yeah, and that's the system of America to push things down your throat.
Yeah.
Like protest.
Yeah, you want to be careful, you know,
causing riots and all that. Like,
it didn't seem like she wanted to know. Like my spirit was telling me, like, I know I'm going on subject a little bit. Like, this is kind of on my spirit, you know. I ain't never really have my family come up to the camp, you know. So, but it's beautiful, you know. It's beautiful that, you know.
I mean, it's sometimes it's gonna take them to see some greater things, you know.
Yeah.
Just like when a lot of stuff that went down during the ministry and back then, Peter, Paul, and John, like things were happening. It was riots being caused and all that. They called Paul a ringleader. It was shit happening. So everybody was believing, like, Plus, Yahweh Shai was doing miracles and all that. So, you know, hey, it says they're gonna be willing in the day of thy power. You know. And they don't know this is a state of power right now. This is the word of heaven, man. We teaching no different book than what they taught in church. They just didn't teach it. You know?
We try to Lord put his spirit on me, maybe ask it a little bit one of these days. Man, it's different when you're dealing with your family, you know. It's like, you know, it's kind of like you want to tell them everything, but sometimes you just gotta, you gotta go easy on them, go slow on them.
And then it's a certain thing. If your family know that you really ain't never been no like crazy ass dude that caused the family havoc and all that, a burden to your mother and all that, they kind of have more respect for you.
Yeah, you know, my family, you know, we didn't, you know, I wasn't, you know, bad kid or whatnot, bad child. You know, I listen to my parents.
Yeah.
You know whatnot. So, you know, but at the same time,
it's a certain kind of respect.
Yeah, it's just a respect that we like. We in Mississippi, that's how we were. We respect our elders, just like we do with GMS. You know.
And we still respect our father and mother.
Yeah, you know.
When we talk in their presence, we'll be like, yeah, you gonna die.
Yeah,
away
you know, and all that, you know.
I understand, Pops. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. You got your way, and, you know.
She know me since yay high and stuff. So, you know, I just, you know, different people, you know, you know, in your family, you really want to see the Lord bring him salvation. So I don't want to push her away. But hey, it's gonna come out. Yeah, eventually it's gotta come out. You know, but I feel like I should have said a little something, but I didn't say nothing. You know.
So we're going back to verse 14. We're gonna start closing out. It says in the fruits. Nah, don't worry about that.
Nah.
It's gonna come back around. You know, and she saw, you know, she probably saw videos of Israelites just cussing and stuff, and she saw your calmness. You know, she saw your calmness, and even us, we said hi bye to her a couple of times. Man.
I just didn't want to jump in front of your camera. You know, it's all about, you know,
right. This is
you know, just following the lead, and you know, so I just didn't want to jump in.
I was reading her spirit too. I could have said something too, but I was reading her spirit. You know,
she ain't really trying to hear that right now.
Yeah, and she just, like she said, she just wanted to say hi, but.
I just wanted to hear your point on it, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm new, so I'm still learning.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that.
But you'll hear from her mother. I mean, hear from your mother. Mm-hmm. She gonna talk to your mother. That's her sister.
That's my aunt.
Yeah, but is that her sister or your father's sister?
That's my father's sister.
Oh, okay. You know, so verse 14.
Salakia.
So the fruits that the soul lusted after are departed from thee, but all things that were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. There ain't gonna be no goodly things, dainties here, man. Especially all that philosophy, that crap in America, the education in America ain't gonna be no more. Nothing's gonna be standing here. It's gonna be fear and trembling of the Most High, because that. Can you imagine country seeing this place destroyed? Shit, look how fearful the people got when they saw the towers going down. That was just 2 towers.
Yeah.
How much more of this whole place
get lit up on fire?
And they're gonna see chariots, see a laser in there, like the lasers.
And before that, it's gonna be much terror because of the Civil War.
Yeah.
So you know, it's not gonna be like this. Everybody just like this when the missile starts coming down. It's gonna be already chaos in the streets.
Talked about that Purge movie.
Yep.
And the purge is already happening. It's like ain't no government stepping in for the child trafficking or Jake getting shot. They could do a whole government operation against that stuff. But they just letting it happen because that's the purge. That's part of the purge. Part of the sacrifice to Baal and all that. Blood sacrifices. It says, the merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off for fear of her torment, weeping and wailing and saying, alas, alas, the great city that was clothed. So it's kind of reiterating, and was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour, so great as riches come to naught. That's why it says your gold is cankered. It's moth eaten.
Be a witness against you.
Yep. Be a witness against you. They got gold in the caverns and shit, catacombs, underground. It says, for in 1 hour so great riches come to naught, and every shipmaster in the company of ships and sailors, as many as trade by sea, and that's what the trade war. They got trade wars, man, that happen. You know, because of different economic strategies and all that. Different value of things. They got trade wars. Like, nah, we ain't trading you for that. You ain't worth that.
That's what the Brits are doing right now. They trading amongst each other to keep America out of the loop. You know?
Yeah. Sharing profits and stuff. It says, trade by sea still afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like this great city? What city is like it to America? How did America come down? You know? who did this? How did? Well, they're gonna know, but I'm just saying. It's gonna be like, man, they thought never it could happen.
And more people is turning on this place every day. We already got recently South Korea is saying they might break ties, nuclear ties with America because North Korea just put all these intercontinental ballistic missiles on the border, these launches, and they over there aiming at South Korea. So South Korea, they made a deal with America not to make no missiles, you know. Yeah. So, but now they saying, hey man, we know America can't help us. They are already barely keeping it afloat. So they're like, hey, we might have to break that treaty, man. And, you know. Yeah. So
and everybody's looking for power and energy.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that mean? Hey, South Korea might join North Korea.
They might join the BRICS, man. Yeah. At this point, because
and that's going to make America mad.
Yep, these empty promises they've been giving out though.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That they will protect them and whatnot as long as you just do whatever we tell you to do. And now it's all, you know.
Yep. It says, and cast, it says, what city is like this great city? And they cast dust on their heads and cried with weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, the great city wherein we were made rich, all that has ships in the sea, by reason of a costliness in 1 hour, is she be made desolate. Yeah, the old Babylon, they didn't speak of like this great magnitude of ships and people being involved to, as a, you know what I'm saying, you know, into this congressional, this conglomerate power system.
I can't be talking about old Babylon. Yeah. Old Babylon didn't rule the earth. Yep. You know, it didn't have 7 heads and 10 horns. It didn't have all the kings of the earth wandering after. You know.
They didn't have the MOTB.
But they did fall by the Medo-Persians. That's why Russia and Iran is going to be the one to take this place down. Yeah. It's the same story.
And it says for unrighteous dealings and
riches got by the sea.
Riches got by the sea. Mm-hmm. One kingdom should be translated to another. So what is this kingdom? What is this? The power system going to translate into us? Us, man. You know, we're going to be the new banking family because we're going to be spiritually rich and physically rich. We're gonna still have gold in our teeth and the mouth and gold chains and all that. Most High ain't no what do you call it? He ain't no door of power, man. He makes sure Israel get decked out. He said in the scripture, look who's the one that decked you out like that, man? Gave you a gold around your neck, diadem in your forehead. Shit, the East Indians got that from us. And if you go to some of these Caribbean places, our women still wear dresses and they got that thing, the crown-like thing that they wear on their heads and hang in the middle of their forehead. Like we was decked out, man. The Native Americans, when they went to war, they was decked out and shit. You know? It says, and the Native Americans had the spirit like the spirit in the scriptures, because what they do, they had war dances, ceremonial type of things before they went to war, celebrations after they went to war, you know, and did got together, did music and all that, drunk wine, you know. That's the spirit of an Israelite, man. It says, in the when were they made rich by all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness, for in 1 hour she is made desolate, man. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for Most High have avenged you on her, man. You know? It says, and the mighty angel took up a great stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all.
You know, old Babylon didn't get hit with missiles. Yep. This has got to be talking about America, Babylon the Great. So
it says she shall burn with fire.
Fire. And it said the other nations would do it too. When you get down to, when you go into 17, we talk about how the other nations will hate the whore, and that's what we see.
And it says spiritual Babylon, spiritual Egypt. And that Babylon, those are the Africans. The old Babylon with them Africans, those Egyptians, those, you know what I'm saying? Mizraim. So the Egyptian against Egyptian is talking about this now.
Yeah.
So-called East, yeah. So we in a whole new realm of spirituality now, man. It's gonna be beautiful, man. Let's see some angelic stuff happening around this place, man. I can't wait till that happen. It's already happening because we know Most High is moving his pieces. But when they actually see some stuff, you know, when we actually like wake up, we might not even. Some of us might not even have to work no more.
Yeah, us doing this work is the first sign of seeing that things spiritually are happening.
Yeah.
No, this is a superpower right here.
Yeah.
Talking about 2,000 years of us not knowing the truth, and then it coming back into us at this time.
Yeah.
No matter what we did, that's grace. You know, because we did fall away, which means what? We was completely in wickedness. You know? We was completely in sin, looking for the Lord still, but we was completely in sin. We was just dying, hoping that we was following the right way, probably following Christianity, probably following something else, died, and now we didn't came back. He didn't gave us this. That's a miracle in itself. You know, and if you can't see that, you ain't gonna get to the other stuff. Yeah. You ain't gonna be able to see the other stuff.
Yeah. That's why you got to calm your ass down and stand still and really open up your spiritual ears and eyes. But if, like we said, Most High don't want you to do that, it ain't gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen. He gonna have you just come and leave and whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But if you really are sincere, you gonna ask. You gonna ask and be like, hey, I really want to know what y'all doing. You know, just like that one lady did. She wasn't even. You know, she probably wasn't Edomite. She came, what are y'all doing? Taking pictures and shit. What's going on over here? You know, but you know, our family, man, they don't get it yet.
But we all gonna be in the kingdom anyway.
Yeah, we all gonna go home.
We all gonna go.
Either way,
yeah. You know, I looked over the river and saw a band of angels coming to take me home. You know? So, hey man, that's a beautiful thing at the end. Anyway, and it says better is the end of the thing than the beginning of. So if this is the end of the world and wherever way we gotta go out, we're gonna be in the kingdom. Most High will. We're gonna be in the kingdom. Anyway, hopefully it was edifying. Giving all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kadash. Barakatah, Barakatah, Shai, Daban, Supasa, Elder Great Wisdom. A salutation to the brothers, teach word for the open elect. Sincere brothers, Shalom.
Shalom.